There are a lot of different drawing tools in this photo editor and all photo editors. Many of them will come with a pen or pencil tool, which has a very, very fine line to it, like a very sharp pencil. And usually it will have some other options. So sketchy lets you kind of build up darker the more you're doing it. Also will sometimes add little areas of sketchiness as you turn corners, somewhat unpredictably. There's Furry, which as you can see is adding some kind of like cross-hatching pattern as you do it. There's Crayon, which I think is just kind of a nice brush, good for blocking things in and drawing things quickly. And Ink, which is very much just a very dark but thin line. Then you also have the brush tool. Now the brush tool usually just gives you more control over the type of line that you're making. If you click on brush here, it'll open up the brush panel where you can affect things like size, how big it is, softness. The softer it is, the fluffier the edge will appear. So if I have a big soft brush, I can make large soft lines with hazy edges. If I'm trying to blend my painting, this is a good option. Of course, we can also go down, step. As you can see, as you increase it, you get space between. So if you're looking to make a dotted line, that can be useful, because then you can just dot, dot, dot by painting in a line. And if you want it to be a solid line, you just lower that until it is very close together. And that will give you a very closely spaced line. And then there are different shapes too. These are hard-edged ones. These are kind of just presets. So here's a hard-edged 30 pixel brush, a hard-edged 400 pixel brush. That's what these types of things are. Then you've got sort of soft, square, various shapes. Sometimes these can be useful. It depends on what you do. Using these and bringing them tighter together, it can give you interesting effects too, just to have rougher edged brushes. And you can probably expect that as the PIXLR editor continues to be updated, you'll get more brushes. It's been recently very highly updated, and it's been adding more and more brushes pretty quickly. So that's that. Other than brush and all the different things you can do with that brush, one thing you might want to know is colors. Down here we have our color. You can click on the color chip and you're able to go in and pick any color you like. You can work your way through the rainbow so that you can get into the hue that you're looking for, and then you can choose the saturation, which is this corner. This is totally saturated. This is completely unsaturated. And then we also have brightness top to bottom. So the more saturated it is, the more it is to the right-hand side. The more bright it is, the higher up you go. The darker it is, the lower you go. So you can pick any color you want that way. Then you can also have two colors going at once and be able to quickly flip them. So if I'm trying to like paint back and forth with two of them, I can very quickly do that. And you can use X to swap it, as you can see. We also have an eraser, which eraser actually is all the same as the brush. It just erases instead of paints. But all the other options are exactly the same. There is a paint bucket tool, which will try and paint. And it works very similar to the wand tool. It's going to try and fill in a contiguous area. So anywhere it can get it will. And then it's going to do it with colors as close to the one you originally clicked on. And here you have tolerance control as well. So the higher the tolerance, the more willing it is to spread out into that shape to other colors that are close to it.